Hello Skillr boxers. Today we're diving into a fan favourite style of boxing. Aggressive, relentless and thrilling. We'll take a close look at past and present boxers who best represent the Mexican style. We'll analyse the techniques behind their ferocious approach and by the end reveal the core element that drives their success. Before we begin, it's important to note that every boxer has a unique style, and there are bound to be differences from one fighter to another. However, history and culture have played a significant role in shaping boxing in various countries, and we've identified key commonalities and philosophies inherent to Mexican fighters.
This is Mexican style boxing at its highest level.
So, if you want to know what those commonalities are and really understand their philosophy and techniques behind their style, this is the breakdown for you. But before we start the breakdown, we wanted to announce a collaboration with our sponsor, Boxing Timer Pro, the premier training platform designed for coaches and future champions. The app now has a dedicated Skillr section with a growing collection of workouts. Skillr boxers can now train smarter and improve faster. Download today and dominate the opposition. Mexican philosophy. Mexico has a long history of boxing. Some of the first evidence dates back to 1868, where we find an advertising poster of a boxing exhibition, just 1 year after the Queensberry rules were established in London. However, it wasn't until the 20th century that boxing really began to flourish in Mexico. The distinction between boxing, or amateur boxing, and prize fighting is key. During the 19th century, prize fighting, or professional boxing as we know it, was outlawed in the eastern regions of the United States. As a result, the sport migrated to the western and southern regions of the country, eventually reaching the US-Mexico border, where more and more professional bouts were held. Unlike other styles, Mexican boxing history is deeply rooted in professional fighting. While Mexico does have an amateur boxing scene, many young Mexican fighters quickly transitioned to the professional ranks.
Trabajo de uno como manager es hacer que el chamaco trabaje para ser profesional, no para ser amateur.
Economic conditions and the tradition of prize fighting in Mexico have shaped a style that is tailored to the demands of the professional game, which differ greatly from the amateur circuit. One of Mexico's greats in Juan Manuel Marquez describes the Mexican boxer as a boxer with a squared stance, constant pressure, aggressiveness, body blows, and a willingness to exchange blows. A similar description was given by other boxers and experts.
Golpeo bajo, el gancho al hígado, los golpes curvos, de estar ahí peleando de tú a tú con tu rival. Ese es el estilo mexicano. Es un boxeador agresivo, un boxeador que busca ir a la ofensiva, un boxeador que quiere pegar, y por eso es que en México realmente se tiene ese estilo tan especial.
The need to put on a show, to inflict damage, and to be able to go the distance.
Took a left-hand shot.
All hallmarks of professional boxing have deeply influenced Mexican style. These fighters don't aim to outpoint their opponents, they aim to hurt them. Now, let's explore the key skills that define Mexican boxing. The high guard, a signature guard of Mexican fighters. Most fight in a squared stance with a solid base, using a high guard. Unlike other styles that prioritize footwork as the primary means of defense, Mexican boxers often shield themselves behind a solid high guard.
See what Morales commits. Canelo Alvarez takes on Alfonso. I can't see it very well, Dave. Maybe you can see.
While this stance can make fighters more static and a larger target, it has its advantages. A high guard allows fighters to absorb more punishment and protects the chin.
And he just beat him down. Then he went to the man.
Which can be more exposed in other defensive styles like the Philly shell or a long guard.
Without a doubt. Oh, big left hook. Plant might have gotten hurt. Right uppercut, down goes Plant.
Another advantage of the squared high guard is its offensive potential. With both hands positioned at similar levels, it becomes easier to throw combinations. Mexican fighters excel at throwing combinations.
Marquez keeps his hands held high. Moved on to the the referee won't go back to 2000. Buried by the elbow of Marquez. Right hand that time by Marquez. Catches the choice here tonight is Marquez. Big right hand. He does have some swelling.
The squared stance allows the rear hand to be closer to the opponent's face. Making it easier to land punches and set up follow-up shots.
Upstairs and is trying to re-isolate.
One of their greatest skills is seamlessly blending looping and straight punches, often targeting both the head and body in quick succession.
There's the Marquez right.
3-0, Marco Antonio Barrera.
Took a left-hand shot from
One by Lopez. This one was a draw. There's Lopez. That got his 40.
Which brings us to another hallmark of Mexican boxing. Body shots. Body shots are one of the most defining aspects of Mexican fighters.
Oh, and there it is!
In the professional game, body punches are far more effective than in the amateur ranks, where bouts are shorter and points matter more than sustained punishment. The impact of a well-placed body shot often takes time to show, wearing down opponents over the course of a fight, which for a 3-round amateur fight won't have as much effect. Mexican fighters have measured this often undervalued skill. A well-executed body shot can be an easier path to a knockout, especially against opponents with strong chins.
From Katsides.
Even if it doesn't result in an immediate finish, it's an investment that pays off in the later rounds. As the legendary Julio Cesar Chavez says, special mention goes to the liver shot, one of the most effective body blows, which has been perfected by many boxing greats, including recent stars like Canelo Alvarez.
He has started slowly, but then a big knot on the other side. We saw him jab the man, but not going to be a good style for him.
Relentless pressure. Relentless pressure is another key element of Mexican boxing. Fighters are always moving forward, taking the fight to their opponents.
setting the punch now. Once set that up, Mayweather slid to his right. He just was right. He's rolling a slip, evidently. There was no count. He's difficulty. Kevin comes in with a right hand lead. Mayweather still in the lead.
Mexican boxers often use their high guard to block and parry punches while they march forward, staying in close quarters to overwhelm their opponents.
Man, look at Zepeda. It's like he's tied to Maxie Hughes.
That squared stance, while it does have offensive advantages,
From our standpoint, big right hook, down goes Gamboa.
it also makes you a bigger target, and when pressuring forward, it is inevitable to expose yourself to more danger. That's why their toughness and willingness to trade is often praised.
Antes, el boxeador, como que era más perro. Vaya, le importaba madres que le dieran 2, 3 golpes con tal de aplicar los suyos.
Pues no sé, eso me gusta. Me gusta sentir un golpe en mi cara y cómo sientes cómo se te empieza a calentar todo tu cuerpo. Y así es cuando empieza a boxear mejor.
They don't shy away from risk, but many have also developed impressive head movement, bobbing and weaving as they advance to get within range and unleash their punishing combinations.
To get his range and close in. Able to step out in his footing. One of the hardest shots of the night. He fights back and fires with his... Canelo coming forward yet again. Final 15 seconds of this 10th round. Oh! Hard right hand.
It's also worth mentioning the head roll technique. which is particularly seen in Mexican fighters.
Take some chances.
Uppercut that time.
Turning their heads to roll with the punch and absorb the power of the punch or deflect it. A technique that has become a hallmark of their style.
Right hand. Plus punches more. Atlantic City for Ray. Monsayo.
But this relentless pressure and aggressive style wouldn't be possible without the core component of their fighting spirit: heart. In this context, heart refers to the resilience and courage that Mexican fighters embody.
El estilo mexicano del boxeo es primero corazón, segundo corazón, tercero corazón y coraje.
They are known for never backing down, even when faced with adversity.
Big shot from Catsides though! How about that for a left hook?
Mexican boxers are willing to take punishment if it means dishing it out in return. Their style reflects this courage, and they take pride in their ability to endure and keep moving forward.
Let's go, give me more! He puts his hand when he's talking to him! Love this right now!
This unwavering determination makes Mexican boxers some of the toughest opponents in the sport, and their willingness to fight with pride and grit makes for thrilling matches.
To go in this round, Anthony Ruiz comes to fire back, and Joshua's hurt! Oh, Joshua goes down!
But now, we would love to know your opinion on the comments. How do you interpret the Mexican style of boxing? Let us know, and if you enjoyed this video, you can find out more on our channel. And to your left, we have chosen a video that we thought you may like.